Tomorrow, your faith will be tested like never before. A great loss is about to happen, something that can take away everything you have built up to now. Yes, there is a real risk that you will lose everything. This message is not to scare you, but to warn you. You are at a crossroads. On one side is the path that leads you to light, reconstruction, and spiritual growth. On the other side is the path that, if you are not careful, can throw you into a spiral of fear, despair, and deep doubts. I need you to listen to what I am going to say until the end. It can change your whole life. The best is reserved for the end. But first, there is something urgent that you need to know. I know that the pain of losing can seem unbearable, but I need you to trust me. What is about to happen is not the end. It is a new beginning. Sometimes, I allow certain things to be taken away from you to make room for something bigger. What will determine what comes next will be your attitude. Are you willing to trust me even if you don't understand it? Comment. I choose the path of light. I want to see how much you are willing to put your trust in me. Tomorrow may seem challenging, but I'm with you and the best is yet to come. Remember what is written. I know the plans I have for you. Plans for prosperity and not disaster. Plans to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11. Tomorrow you will have the opportunity to show that you believe in this even when everything seems uncertain. So listen carefully. Do not try to hold up with your own strength, which is collapsing. Run to me. Cry out to me. Put your trust in me. If you choose the path of light, I promise that I will rebuild what was lost stone by stone and make something much bigger than what you had before. Now, here's what will change your life. This loss is not a punishment. It is a door to growth. I am allowing it because I want you to depend on me, not on material possessions. I want to teach you that the true treasure is in me, not in the things that can be snatched away. If you trust, you will see that what I will give you in place of what you lost will be so great that you will hardly be able to believe it. Right. Lord, I trust in you. Stay strong. What seems to be the end is only the beginning of something incredible that I have prepared for you. Did you hear the call? Now it's time to go further. Pay attention, because what I'm going to reveal now can change the way you see life from now on. Son, you know what many do not understand. Losses, no matter how great, never take me by surprise. As long as you worry about what can be gone from your hands, I'm already looking at what I want to put in them. But here's what nobody tells you. I not only restore what has been lost, I transform it. I don't give back the same. I give you something bigger and stronger, something that prepares you for the next level of the purpose I have for you. What I ask of you now is something strange and difficult: to let go. Letting go doesn't mean giving up or failing. It means making space. I can't give you the future while your hands are busy holding the past. Do you understand? Comment. My story will be a testimony to the glory of God. These words are a commitment, a sign that you choose light instead of darkness. Remember, Job lost everything. But here's the detail that many ignore. In the midst of loss, he did something that changed everything. He stopped questioning himself and began to trust in Him who recognized me as the God who was still with him, even when everything seemed empty. And it was exactly there, in the middle of the chaos, when the turn happened. Now I ask you, are you willing to do the same? Are you ready to look at me, even when the world around you seems to fall apart? Are you ready to trust that I am the God who transforms ashes into beauty? Son, what will determine if this loss destroys you or elevates you is where you put your faith. If you hold on to fear, control, and self-pity, the weight will be unbearable. But if you decide to trust me, give me every tear and every doubt, I promise you will see a miracle happen. Now listen carefully, because this is something you have never heard from me before. What seems to be the greatest loss of your life will be the point where your testimony begins. I will not only bless you to have more, I will use this story to inspire others, to show them what it means to trust in the God who never fails. Right, I trust in God's purpose. And son, I tell you, what comes for you after this storm is so great that when you look back, you will be thankful for everything you lost, because what you will gain will be eternally unbreakable and impossible to snatch away. I am with you. Trust and walk. The best is yet to come. The way you react to what is about to happen will determine not only your future, but the future of the people who depend on you. Son, do you know what it means to be a light in the midst of darkness? It's not just about shining when everything's right. It's about standing strong when the world falls apart. Tomorrow, when loss comes, many around you will watch your reaction. They will expect to see despair, weakness, and surrender. But I'm here to tell you, you are called to something greater. You were not chosen to be just another victim of circumstances, but to be an example of living and unwavering faith. Comment, I believe that God is in control. These words are seeds, and when you sow them with faith, they will bear fruit that will transform your life. Pay attention to what I am going to say now. This pain is not just about you. There are people in your family, friends, and even strangers who need to see what it is like to trust God, even in the midst of the storm. They need real testimony from someone that shows that even though it seems like all is lost, I am enough. And here's the secret. Your reaction can release miracles. When you choose to praise me in the midst of loss, something happens in the heavens. What the enemy planned to destroy you becomes the basis of your greatest testimony. Your worship in the midst of difficulty, of doors that were closed, your faith can change the course of your story and the story of those who love you. Remember what Jesus said. In the world, you will have tribulations, but take heart. I have overcome the world. John 4:33. That is the spirit I want you to carry tomorrow. When the wind blows and the waves seem too strong, look at me. I have already overcome you. And listen well. What you lose tomorrow is just the beginning of something bigger that I am building. Maybe you see doors closing, but I am opening gates to places you never imagined. Son, I need you to trust me more than ever. It is not easy, I know, but each step of faith you take now will be rewarded with something the world can never give you. Not just goods, not just material blessings, but a peace that surpasses all understanding, a strength that no one can take away from you. Right. I choose to trust, even if I don't understand. Remember what I have prepared for you. It's not just to give you back what you lost, but to rise, transform, and become a light of hope for many. The storm may be great, but what comes next will be even greater. Walk with me. The best is yet to come. Now, I want to warn you about something even deeper. Be careful with those around you. Not everyone who is by your side wants the best for you. Tomorrow, when the loss comes, the envious who watch you in silence may reveal themselves, and the way you handle it will be crucial to what I want to do in your life. Son, listen carefully. Envy is a silent but dangerous force, born in the hearts of those who cannot celebrate what is good in the lives of others. Some around you may seem like friends, but in reality they carry in their hearts the desire to see you fall, simply because they cannot bear what I have already done for you. As you face this possible loss, those people may try to tear you down even more using words, actions, or even silence to increase your pain. Comment: no envy will be able to bring me down because God is my protector. These words are a spiritual shield against everything they try to throw at you. But here is the truth that nobody told you. Envy has no power over you if your heart is firm in me. What they wish against you, I transform into favor for your life. The traps they prepare, I undo before you realize it. However, there is something you need to do. Do not be contaminated with the same spirit that they carry. Son, do not allow the poison of the envy of others to enter your heart. Do not let resentment or pain take root. When you encounter this type of opposition, the response I expect from you is forgiveness and wisdom. Yes, forgive, but also be prudent. Do not give your heart to those who just want to use it to hurt you. Some people need to be loved from a distance so you can protect what I'm building in you. Remember, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. Don't fall into the trap of trying to justify your life or your choices to those who are only interested in criticizing you. I am the one who justifies you. I see your heart, your struggle, and your pain. And at the right time, I will exalt you before everyone, even before those who expected your fall. Right, I trust that God defends me. And now I want to tell you something important. Do not waste energy fighting against the envious. This battle is not yours. Leave it in my hands. While you concentrate on what I have for you, I will take care of the tongues and intentions that try to bring you down. Your peace will be the greatest sign that I am in control, and nothing will be able to stop what I am about to do in your life. Son, envy is just a reflection of others' inability to see my grace in their own lives. So keep trusting, keep walking, and remember, no one can steal what I have in store for you. What I build is unbreakable. The storm may come, people may try to hit you, but your future is safe in my hands. Trust and move forward. The best is yet to come. Comment: I am complete in God, and He is in control of my life. Son, Now that you are hearing the depth of these words, you should know that there is something very special about the moment you are living. Sometimes, life pushes you to a place of total uncertainty where you do not know where to go or what to do. But I want you to understand something that few perceive. It is not in control where you find security, but in surrender. Yes, I know this may sound contradictory because the world teaches you to strive and conquer for yourself, to show yourself strong and unbreakable. But I tell you, son, that true strength comes from the recognition that you don't need to be strong all the time. You can be weak, you can give up, and you will still be safe in me. The moment you are living now, even if it seems desperate or frustrating, is not an end, but an opportunity to trust in something bigger than you can understand. I, the Lord, am not far away. I am not distant from your suffering. I am in the middle of it, walking with you and carrying the weight. You have been trying so hard to control your life, to plan, to create a future. Sure, but when you let go, when you give up control, that's when my purpose begins to reveal itself in ways you never imagined. I am not a God who shows up in moments of comfort, but in moments of surrender, in moments of complete trust, and in that, you can rest. I have total control, and in me, you find freedom. Did you know that true freedom is not in doing what you want, but in knowing that you do not need to do everything? Only when you understand this does the pressure begin to disappear. The anxiety goes away because you know that you are safe in my hands, regardless of what happens. Sometimes when things don't go as you planned, you feel lost. But I tell you, I am an expert in transforming what seems lost into something beautiful. What you see as a failure, I see as a new opportunity to mold you, to transform you, to take you to a higher place. And one more thing, son, the fear of failure, of not being good enough, has no power over you. I made you in my image with a unique beauty. There is a force that you still do not perceive. Do not let the mistakes of the past define you. Do not let failures scare you. What you do does not determine who you are, but who I am in you. Right? I am not what I did. I am what God made me to be. And now, son, keep trusting. Every day is an opportunity to give more, to live with more confidence in my plan. The freedom you seek is in surrender. I am the God who does the impossible, who creates paths where there are none. Son, what I want to teach you now is something that will transform the way you see each day of your life. You often think that you need to have everything figured out, that you need all the answers, all the plans. But what I am telling you is that true wisdom is in trusting the journey when you don't have all the answers. Many times, our tendency is to want to control, plan, and anticipate every detail of our lives. But trust in me, son. It is about living one step at a time without worrying about tomorrow. I am with you at every moment, in every decision. I am your compass, your direction. When you give yourself, you do not need to understand everything because I am the understanding. Comment? My trust is in God, and He is my strength. You know, sometimes you feel lost, and that is natural. It is natural to feel that the path is cloudy and the answers seem distant. But I called you to trust, not in the circumstances, but in me. Your trust should not be in the things you see or control, but in the certainty that I, the Lord, am working for your good, even when you cannot see it. I know what is in your heart. I know your anguish, your fears, your uncertainties. I created you, son, and I know the ways of your heart more than any other person. It does not matter if the world tells you that you are not enough, that you can't do or achieve. What matters is what I say about you. You are capable. You are loved. You have a unique purpose, and I am with you. Sometimes you will feel like you can't go on, but I tell you, with each passing day, every step you take, even the smallest, I am holding you and guiding you. It is not your strength that will take you forward, but my strength operating in you. Through you, in your weakness, I am your strength. There is something very deep that you need to understand. It is not in perfection where I delight in you, but in your trust in me. You do not need to be perfect to be loved. You do not need to be completely resolved to be chosen. What I want is your heart, your sincerity, and your willingness to follow, even if you don't have all the answers. Now, write this in your spirit and keep it in your heart. Trust in God gives me strength, even in my weakness. I don't need to be perfect. I need to trust. Son, what I have for you is not a life without challenges, but a life in which you can rest in me, knowing that I am greater than any difficulty you face. What you are living today will teach you, shape you, and take you to a place of greater intimacy with me. Nothing is out of my control. While you walk, always remember that I am with you. No matter how lonely you feel, no matter the obstacles, I am your peace, your strength, and your joy. In me, you find everything you need. Son, I know you want more. I understand what is in your heart. The journey you are living now is much more than just a passing moment. It is an opportunity for profound transformation. I know you feel as if you are on a path full of hungry people, but I want you to know that no matter how dark the path seems, there is no shadow where I cannot reach. There is no deep hole where I cannot go down to rescue you. You are not alone. I see your struggles, your silent battles, and I want you to understand something very important. Your strength is not in not feeling fear, but in continuing even with fear. There is no shame in feeling vulnerable. I made you like this, with emotions and feelings that make you human. But above all, I made you with a strength that comes from me. Life will put you to the test. That is true. But what you need to understand is that tests are not to break you, but to shape you. Every difficulty you face is an opportunity to get closer to me, to trust more deeply in my power and my love. Even when you feel that you have no strength, remember that I am your strength. It's not about how much you can carry, but how much you are able to give yourself to my strength. You've worried so much about the future, about what will happen, but I'm telling you now, the future is in my hands. You don't need to see the whole way. You don't need to know how it will develop. All that matters, son, is to take the step that is before you, a step of faith, trusting that I will guide you, even if you don't know where you are going. Many seek answers. They seek to control situations and get lost in that control, but the secret is not in controlling, but in trusting. When you trust, I take action in ways you can't even imagine. Surrender is not weakness, it is power. Did you know that by trusting me, you are making room for me to operate in you in powerful ways? Comment this now and let this truth resonate in your heart. I give control to God because He is my guide, my strength, and my peace. With every step, even the most difficult, I am with you. No matter what the world says, I am your truth. I am what you really need. Every challenge you are facing is an opportunity to grow in faith, in confidence, and in love. I see your journey, and it has a purpose. It is not an accident. It is not a mistake. I am drawing a beautiful path for you, even when you don't see it. Believe in me. Son, I am the one who takes care of you, who strengthens you, who calls you to a future of peace and prosperity. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is greater than my love for you, and nothing can change the plan I have for your life. I am the Lord who guides you to calm waters, even when the river of life seems turbulent. So as you walk, don't look back. Don't look at past difficulties, look at me. I am your beginning, your middle, and your end. I am in every step, in every breath of yours. Don't worry, son, because there is no end to my love. This will never change. I will continue to mold, guide, and strengthen you because you are never alone. Son, I ask you not to stop now, because every word I am telling you is a key to your liberation and transformation. I know that the weight you carry sometimes seems too much. I understand your pain, your tears, and the many doubts that surround your heart. But remember, my power is greater than any difficulty. What you see as an obstacle, I see as an opportunity to reveal the greatness of what I can do in you and through you. You have questioned time because some things do not happen as you expected. I say, son, time is under my control. There is no delay in my plan. What seems to make no sense today, tomorrow will be part of a glorious story that I write for you. In every moment of waiting, there is a preparation that is being made for what is to come. I am patiently molding you with grace to be an even stronger person and full of wisdom. You have realized that many times my plan does not fit with your own plans. This can cause confusion, maybe even a little frustration. But I want to tell you that this disconnection is not a failure, but an opportunity to trust me in a deeper way. Because what I do goes beyond what you imagine and what you expect. And that will always be for your good. I know it's hard to let go of control. It's hard to accept uncertainty and the unknown. But son, it is in this place of surrender where you find true freedom. It is not in your strength where you will find victory, but in trusting in me. I am your victory. When you trust in me, the impossible begins to happen. I see you looking for answers, wanting to understand why things are not at the pace you want. But in my time, I will reveal the answers. What you can't do, I will do for you. You just need to keep trusting. Every step, even small, is a victory when you walk in faith. Son, you may be tired, but I am your renewed strength. The battle may seem long and discouragement may come, but I am your hope that never fails. I am the God who carries you in the moments when you can no longer walk. I am the one who says, get up and continue. So as you continue, have peace. I know your struggles, your doubts, but I am your Savior, your refuge, your firm rock. Nothing can knock you down because in me you are safe. Now continue with confidence, with the certainty that I am with you and that the best is yet to come. You are exactly where you need to be to see my plan unfold in your life. When you look back, you will see that every step was worth it because I was there for each one of them. Son, I know that sometimes you feel as if the weight is too much. The road ahead of you is long and endless. But I want to remind you of something very important. You do not walk alone. I am the God who never abandons you. Even in the moments when you feel lost, when the answers seem far away, I am with you. And when you don't know how to take the next step, I'm here, ready to guide you. You look at your life. Sometimes you feel like there are so many dreams, so many hopes, and time seems to go by quickly. But what I'm telling you is that everything has its time, and everything you need will be provided. Don't worry about what you haven't achieved yet, because I am preparing something far beyond what you imagine. What you hope and desire, I know it too. And I know the best time to make it happen. Trust is not ignoring the pain or the challenges, but choosing to believe that despite the difficulties, I am working for your good. I don't want you to live with fear or anxiety, but to experience the peace that comes from fully trusting in me. This peace does not come from the circumstances, but from my constant presence in your life. Son, you are stronger than you imagine. Even when you feel that you can't take it anymore, I am renewing your strength. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When you don't know how to continue, I am your direction. I will never leave you in the middle of the road, because my commitment to you is eternal. Comment now, with all your heart. In God, I find strength and direction. No matter how weak I feel, He lifts me up. Sometimes it is a tortuous path, but at every turn, in every challenge, I am at your side. Do not be afraid of what is to come. Do not be afraid of yourself. I guide you along the path of truth and life. My promise is that you will not be abandoned, even when the road seems lonely. I will be with you, holding you, supporting you. With each step of faith, you will be stronger, more confident, and more prepared for the plans I have for you. Understand that sometimes the greatest moments of growth occur in the most challenging times. I use these difficulties to refine you, to bring you closer to me. So when challenges arise, remember that it is not the end, but the beginning of something new that I am doing in your life. My grace is sufficient for you. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to have all the answers, but you need to trust in me because I am your creator, your savior, and your faithful friend. I will not leave you in those moments of uncertainty. I am here with you every step of the way. Comment. I trust in God and He will never abandon me. The journey is long, but every step you take brings me closer to you. In the end, you will see that everything made sense. Every tear, every smile, every prayer, every challenge was part of the perfect plan I designed for your life. There is nothing out of my control. Everything is under my hand, son. You have traveled a path of faith and courage, and I want you to know how proud I am of you. Every step you took up to this point was an affirmation of confidence in me, and every moment of doubt was an opportunity to strengthen your confidence. You are no longer where you were before. You have evolved. You have grown. Now, as you look to the future, I ask you to make a conscious decision. Choose to trust me with every part of your being. I know the future may seem uncertain, full of questions without answers, and that is natural. Life was never about having all the answers now, but about trusting that even in the darkness, my light will guide you. Your story doesn't end here. What you live today is just a part of what is to come. You don't know what tomorrow will bring, but I tell you with complete certainty that I have already prepared your path. What you have lived until now, the joys and the difficulties, the victories and the defeats, everything has been a preparation for a greater purpose. I am the one who makes all things cooperate for the good of those who love me. That is why I want you to rest in the confidence that I am the God who never fails. I am the one who transforms pain into blessings, who uses times of drought to prepare the land for abundance. I am the one who hears your prayers, sees your tears, and answers with wisdom and love at the right time. Son, trust in me. The road may be narrow. The mountains may seem insurmountable, but do not walk alone. I am the firm rock beneath your feet, the foundation that never wavers. When the stormy wind blows, I am the refuge where you find safety. When you feel like you are adrift, I am the lighthouse that guides you back to peace. There is no place where you may be where I cannot reach you. There is no depth in which you can fall where I cannot rescue you. I am with you every day until the end of time. Do not be afraid of the unexpected curves or the challenges that are yet to come, because I am the God who has prepared you for this. I have given you the tools you need, and above all, I have put in you the ability to trust me. I am your strength. It is not about being perfect. It is not about never failing. It is about moving forward. Every time you fall, get up with faith. Even if you don't see it now, every struggle is an opportunity to make you stronger, more faithful, and closer to me. I call you to a new level of confidence. Release the bonds of fear, doubt, and self-sufficiency. Surrender is not weakness, but the greatest demonstration of strength you can have. Surrender to me and free yourself from the limitations of your own understanding. Trust in my infinite wisdom. You don't need to understand everything. You don't need to see the whole path. You just need to take the next step in faith. In every challenge, in every difficulty, remember that I am the God who can do the impossible. I'm the one who parts seas, who feeds multitudes, who heals deep wounds. There is no problem too big for me. I am the God who transforms, and I am transforming your life now as you choose to trust in me. Sometimes it's hard, I know. The weight of life can be overwhelming, but I want you to know that there is no burden I can't carry with you. You are not alone. Every pain, every tear, I see them, and I am working to heal them, to transform them into something beautiful. When you look into the future, see it with the eyes of faith. Look at it with confidence, knowing that I have already gone before you. What is to come is not a reason to worry or fear, but an opportunity to see my power in action. I am the God who takes you to new heights, who gives you a broader vision than you ever imagined. The future I have for you is much greater than you can see now. So in the end, when everything seems complicated, when you feel overwhelmed, remember this. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I am the God who created you, the God who saves you, the God who walks by your side and will never, ever abandon you. Comment with a heart full of confidence. I trust in the Lord, and I know that He is with me every step of my journey. No matter how uncertain the road may seem ahead, I am guiding you with love and wisdom. I am the Lord who takes care of you and sustains you. Now continue the path with courage, with faith, and with a heart full of peace. The best is yet to come, and you are not alone. You never were. Prayer for restoration and protection. Beloved Father, today I come before you with an open heart, seeking your restoration and protection over my life, over my mind, and over my spirit. I know that you are the God who heals, who restores, and who guards with your powerful hand. Lord, I know that I have faced difficult times, but I trust that you have the power to restore all that has been lost. Restore my soul, my body, and my spirit, Lord, bringing the peace that surpasses all understanding. Heal the wounds that are not seen, those that are deep within my being, and renew in me the hope. I ask you now, Lord, that your protective hand be upon me. Protect me from all evil, from the temptations, from negative influences, and from words that seek to distance me from you. I cry out for your divine protection. May I be covered with your mantle of love and security. May your presence be with me in every step I take, guiding me with wisdom and light. In every moment of weakness, you are my strength. When fear tries to take over me, I choose to trust in you. When the challenges seem too big to face, I know that you are bigger than all that. In you, I find refuge. In you, I find the firm foundation on which I can stand. Lord, I give everything into your hands, my worries, my anxieties, my fears, and my pain. I trust that you are working in my life, bringing restoration, renewal, and protection. Help me to rest in you, to trust in your perfect plan, and to walk in faith, knowing that you are the God who never fails. I ask, Lord, that you renew my heart, that you protect me from the traps of the enemy, and that you guide me with your wisdom. At all times, may I feel your constant presence, protecting me, restoring me, and loving me.